this one. Hey guys, right behind me is a 2024 Mustang GT, and I'm about to show you the coolest thing you can do with your Mustang, and that is going to be the remote rev. Remote rev is going to allow you to rev up your car at Cars and Coffee or just even in a parking lot, and I think it's just one of the coolest things. Ford just knows its demographic. It knows we're going to want to hear the exhaust, especially if you got a GT. It just sounds so good, and the best thing is you don't need an active exhaust, just automatic GT. So I've got the key fob here to this 2024 Mustang GT, and we're going to show you how the remote rev works. It's insanely loud. The good thing is that there is 2 steps to it, so you can do a lighter rev, which is the step 1, where it does the rev to like a normal mode, about like 2,000 RPM or so, or you do it again and it's going to rev it up all the way to 5,000 RPM, which just sounds absolutely insane. It's going to do basically a 3-stage rev. When you do the second round, it's going to do 2,000, I believe 3,000, that goes all the way to 5,000. Really good. And it sounds absolutely amazing. The best part is you don't need an active exhaust. As long as you get an automatic GT, you're good to go. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take you in the back of this car and we're gonna do the remote rev. But of course, if you do have the Mustang with an active exhaust, it's just gonna sound much nicer than the regular Mustang GTs without the active exhaust. Not to mention, this time around, if you do get the active exhaust, you get 6 more horsepower. So this one is 486 as opposed to 480 horsepower. And you know, having an active exhaust, you're doing a remote rev, it's just going to be a lot louder than your regular Mustang GT. So we're going to go ahead and show it to you. I believe it does it in track mode. It has to, because it's loud and it's got a factory 2-step, basically. Really good sounding engine. Honestly, I have to say, if you have the Mustang GT 2024 and now Mustang GT, you don't need an aftermarket exhaust. The stock exhaust with the active exhaust and track mode is insanely loud, and you will be pleasantly surprised how this car sounds. But let's go ahead and show you how to do the remote rev with your key fob. You need the car started up, so we're gonna go ahead and start the car first, and we're gonna show you both stages of the remote rev. We're gonna do the first stage, which is only to 2,000 RPM. Then we're gonna do the second, which is gonna go all the way to 5,000 RPM. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and start it. All right, so first let's start the car up. Remote start it. Settle down. So this is the normal mode right now, and you click the unlock and the lock button once. That's up to 2,000 RPM, which has a really deep tone to it. And now we're gonna do it again, but this one. 5,000 RPM revs. There we go. One more. Especially with the pops and the 2-step, this thing sounds amazing. Just turn off the car. Well guys, that's how the remote rev sounds like on your 2024 Mustang GT. It sounds absolutely insane. I love how this car sounds with the remote rev. And I think we're gonna see a lot of Mustangs at the Cars and Coffee doing this remote rev feature, which just sounds really good. And as long as you're not crashing into Cars and Coffee, it's gonna be fun. Just having some fun when your car is parked, you're about to leave, start the car, rev it up. You don't have to get in the car. A very neat feature. Ford just knows its demographics, and it's doing a great job with the Mustang for that. If you enjoyed today's video on how to use a remote rev, got a couple other videos coming with this car. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button and comment below what do you think about the remote rev feature. And of course, subscribe to Red 50 for more videos.